Five the real only. Keep standing on business on hood. There's customs, cameras, and stitches. Check out the content, Cal Stacks. Follow Cuz YouTube channel. Find the real only. That's at IV on hood. DAREAL only on hood. Find you slow motherfuckers. That's Instagram. That's YouTube channel on hoodsters. Find the real only. That's at IVDA real only on hood. Y'all tap in with Cuz. Don't see a coster. Let me keep it 55th Street on hood.
You know, the firm, boss, when it comes to the firm, you know, Nas, that's the God, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have a lot of respect for Nas, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we worked with, have worked with Nas. He did a few joints with Nas, you know, he was on the firm album. You know, so Nas played this part very well, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he shouted half out on his last album, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, and AZ, he did a role too, you know what I'm saying? He was the one that got us close to Nas, you know, whether a lot of people know it or not, Nas, Nisha, you know, because we was in that circle with them, so we met a lot of people right along being in the circle with them as well, you know? And
right.
Working with Foxy, Nas, Nisha, and AZ, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I want to ask you a question. So did you guys have a relationship with them outside of the music? Because Sport seemed to apparently at Half a Mill's funeral, the only one who showed up was Ali Vegas.
Who saw?
At Half a Mill funeral, Ali Vegas was the only one who showed up.
Well, yeah, I you know, we worked with Ali Vegas too. Ali Vegas was a good dude too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who was at his funeral, who was invited to his funeral. I know I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And that's I'm up here. That's my little man. That's my little bro. I wasn't there. You know, I don't know how many people his family may reached out to for them to come to be invited. I don't know.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty much sure if they would have been invited, majority of them would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm not gonna get upset at that and be tripping while y'all there. You know what I'm saying? First, they probably said they didn't even know. They probably didn't know. They could have been on tour, or you know. So I don't want to jump the gun with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as working with Half and giving Half his props and respect, they all did that. You work with a lot of people, you know, and then I can't get upset when people is doing other things because when they on their time, they on their time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much sure that this family would have reached out a lot to a lot of them. A lot of them would have made it. You know, I mean, and a lot of them don't even know Nas and AZ. They never worked with none of them. So that's when it comes into play at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, things happen with Half situation. Family just no. I'm hobby. All right. Yeah. So, come over here quick. You don't want to use the phone. You ain't gonna use the phone today until I get off, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do 2 clicks with you, so you definitely gonna be waiting.
Right.
Yeah, but so yeah, but people, and his family knew the people that have worked through it, and they was able to call. I'm pretty much sure they would show a lot more faces than just Ali Vegas.
Yeah.
And that not only that, a lot of when it comes to Half business, a lot of them didn't really want too much to be put out nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And people have to respect the family wishes. You know what I'm saying? People question what happened, how it happened, what about, what happened. That's why I'm not going to be going in depth to that conversation with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fam.
It's one part I wanted to mention. But I figured, maybe you may not know much about that situation anyway. But no, it's about the same thing. he goes on to say that, and he's speaking about several people in the industry as well as the firm, that they're shunning him because due to, you know, in the God body world, in the God body sense, the way he went out was cowardly, and that's why they're not acknowledging him. They consider it to be cowardly, so they kind of out of sight, out of mind with him.
Well, $500,000, like I told you yesterday, $500,000 will always live through me and his family, regardless to whom or what. And I don't know all about this cowardly situation, because no one knows what one person be going through.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
To be truthfully speaking to you, Hampton really want to be involved with the music industry. He was trying to pull back, and I kept telling him no. You know, people go through their own little phase on a lot of things in life. You know,
mm-hmm.
and it's just like brothers in here, they go through phases. I would like to get in a little depth to that, but like I said, that's a touching situation. You know, I mean, I just saw stuff like that happen in here on a regular basis.
Right.
You know, people be at that point in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where you know, things happen for many different reasons. But that's my brother. I love him. I love his kids, and I know he'll be feeling the same way about me. You know, and I'm not going to be the first to judge his decision on what he do or how he went about doing it.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's my brother, and I'm going to always love my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the bottom line, regardless of what nobody says, you know. And that's why I asked you the other day what he said about me.
Yeah.
I don't know what he said.
Yeah, he's been the most. He was the most vocal. You know, a lot of the stuff came from him. Like, he's been the most vocal.
Well, if I was pretty much close to, if I was there, and people in sport would have been, I would have told sport, you know, put a button on his lip, because loose lips sink ships all the time, and then people get the when you deliver a message wrong, people get the wrong message to deliver to everybody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I probably would have been a little upset if Stevie hear him say that. I would have had to pull him to the side and just told him, you know, and you know, because I gotta keep it real. However, my brother's decision was on a situation. I know the situation, but I'm not going to speak on the situation. I'm with my brother regardless, and he's going to be missed. Do I want to miss him this way? No. I don't want to miss him no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm missing my people right now because I'm not there. What I will say to you is, people go through different phases in here. I done spoke to people one day, and the next morning I'm hearing that a brother in here, they God body, killed himself. I said, what? He did what? I said, get the fuck out of here. We just talking to the brother. But no one knows what's in a person's mind. No one. And then when people talk about things, we don't even know what happened because we wasn't actually there. We don't even know if the SEALs was involved with that incident, because we wasn't there. So I wasn't there. So when it comes down to that issue about my brother, I don't really want to be speak on it, because like I said, when I go home, I'm upset at that. But like at the end of the day, like I told you, I still love my brother.
Right.
And he's gonna be missed, and he's gonna always be remembered through me. And if I can still get his music played to this day. I'm going to go to the stream to get his music played. And as far as him being a coward, nah, he's no coward. I wouldn't be saying he's no coward. He's no coward at all. And it's another God saying to another God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm God body. Sport not. So he don't know how I feel when it comes to my brother $500,000. And $500,000 is to God. That's Jalil. That's his God body name, Jalil. And I'm not disappointed with him. I mean, I had a lot of happy times with him. I did a lot of things with him. You know, he was a young brother of mine, and we did things together. We been places together. We slept in the same hotel room together because we had to split our money to where we could, you know what I'm saying? Because we was on the road. Mm-hmm. I was on the road with my brother. You know how that shit is if you're on the road with an artist.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes it's like 4 motherfuckers in one room. You know what I'm saying? But you know, majority of the time it was just me and half. You know what I'm saying? He had a bed on one side, I had a bed on one side.
Right.
You know, so like I said, you know what I'm saying? I was always there for my brother, and I'm not upset at him. And he's far from being a coward, so I would have definitely checked Sport and told him to watch his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only fucking coward is him. Especially if you gonna throw that about my brother, the only coward is him.
Oh no, he didn't say. He said, let me clear that up. He said that's how they consider Half, and that's why they treating him like that.
And I'm telling you, no.
Okay.
No, we don't consider him like that. They ain't treating him because they treated him that way. That's not the answer. That's not the right response. That's a lie. Because I know if I'm speaking to Nas, he ain't gonna tell me no shit like that. And if I'm speaking to AZ, he ain't gonna tell me no shit like that. And if I'm standing in front of the Sport, I'm not gonna allow him to put that out there like that. My brother is far from being a coward. I don't give a fuck. I went down with this situation. He ain't no coward. Because if he's saying he did that, cowards don't do that. He got extremely a lot of odds if he did that. Because most people ain't doing that.
Right.
You know, it takes a lot of odds to even do something like that. But you know, people get to a point in their life, they be fed up. And like I said, no one knows what nobody goes through. They don't be know if I was at that point already being in here.
Right.
Because you got to be really strong mentally to even go through this phase that I'm going through. I've been going through a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been locked up also 2 decades and a half. And like I told you before, when they put you in a position like I'm in, to the outside world, I'm dead already.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gave me all this time for people to forget about me. And I know there's a lot of people forget about you. First thing they go, where Rondu at? He locked up. How much time he got? Oh, yeah, what? Oh, fuck that nigga.
Right.
And these same motherfuckers trying to fuck your wife, fuck your girlfriend. These same cowards, now that's a coward ass motherfucker. A coward bitch ass motherfucker. They step on you when you down. They step on you when you ain't around.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what I call a coward. I'm not gonna spit on somebody's grave or kick a motherfucker, a person when he's down.
Word.
Or put my knee in his back when he was down. I'm going through that right now. And I got talent. I told you I've been wanting to get my clothesline off the ground for a moment. The person probably said, yeah, I ain't gonna help that motherfucker get up, fuck him. And probably really seriously can help me.
Yeah.
But I don't get upset at nobody and try to belittle nobody and say bad things about nobody because they don't help me. Because the first thing I say, nobody owes me nothing. And nobody is obligated to do shit for Rondu that they don't want to do.
Right.
And I'm not fast at throwing rumors and saying I can do it because I know a lot of people. You know how many people I know in the industry? And I know a lot of people out in the industry. And then when I hear about people, you know, some of them, they be eating out there, but I'm happy for them. I'm not hating on that. And I still say they don't owe me nothing. And they not obligated to do nothing for me.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. And you know, I got brothers that go home. I don't cry about if they don't send me no package. Even if they accept my call, just like you accept my call, just maybe have a conversation with me. I accept that more than anything. That's appreciated. Because most people can't get on the phone and call nobody to even get in a conversation like me and you in. So a little conversation is more than no conversation. At times that could be better than a package or a pair of sneakers that someone could send me. Just a conversation. And, you know, I mean, sometimes people need that. And like I said, I was a mentor for half. And I wasn't around. When half was down, I always dig him all the way up. And he really needed that pep talk from me or somebody in my position to do that. And he didn't trust a lot of people. He was real secretive. He kept a lot of people out of his business. Very humble.
Right.
And he kept a lot of people out of his business. I'm being on some real talk with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with a lot of trust. See how I mean? You kicking in and all that.
Right.
You didn't do that with a lot of people.
Yeah, I figured because that's why I said let me talk to him because he's standing right there and don't nobody else seem to know nothing.
And just because he was standing there doesn't mean he knew anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because half a mil wasn't in conversation with a lot of those dudes that you saw standing around. When it was time for us to bring people like Sport around, we brought them around. It was times where we said, nah, leave that motherfucker on the block.
Yeah.
And it was times that we said, bring him along. It was times where we said, yo, half, you know, let's go open the show for you. And we let him do that. It was times where we said, nah, we can't put him on the stage. I was working with Sport, like far as, you know, I wanted to see him come up as an artist as well. And I also move around with him, let him see what we doing. And when we had throw him on the stage and let him open the show or two. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no problem with that.
Right.
You know, but no one could call my brother a coward though. Nah. He's far from being a coward. He just was going through something. It was just a phase that he was going through, and he didn't have good support to be able to, for him to nurture him back at the time for us with conversation, because if I was there, that would have never happened. Because he would have pulled up on me, and we would have worked that out. Whatever he was going through.
Right. When was the last time you talked to him to have?
Well, the last time I spoke to him was probably a couple of days before I got the bad news, because somebody came in the day room. And at the time, I was trying to get him, you know, signed to Murder Inc. That's the last time I spoke to him when I was on Records. And it hit me kind of hard because, like I told him, I'm still working. Don't ever think that I don't want the best for him. I still was working. And I want to get him involved with a good family and a good team because I'm not there. And I knew, and he knew the time that they was about to give me, and I wasn't going to be there, you know. But like I said, I was trying to get him with a good team.